The
Now
song
we're
is
ready.
like, can oh, shoo,
Now he's working. Now it's working. Now it's
beep boop.
working. Boop. A little echoing.
Oh,
Oh. There we go. A lot better.
test.
Cool. Hello, everybody. Welcome to VelociCode 2. So thank everybody for coming to this event today. I'm super ecstatic to tell y'all there's many people in this room that signed up last year. For context, really excited. Really excited. So really excited to have so many people that have signed up and just willing to come and participate in this event. So y'all are at the kickoff for VelociCode 2 for the second iteration as we continue all these community events here in San Antonio. So excited to put on a game jam. Who's ready to find out what the theme is? Okay. Well, you'll have to wait a little bit because I got a lot of things to tell you. So well, let's kick off. So you're at VelociCode, San Antonio's month-long game jam hosted by ACM San Antonio and
Greater Gaming Society. Hi, everyone. I'm Ansley Partosa. I'm in charge of the Greater Gaming Society, and that is Zachariah. And you can tell them more about ACM San Antonio.
Yeah. So ACM San Antonio is the org hosting VelociCode this year. We are a tech organization here in San Antonio. I am the chair/president. Some people don't know what chair means. I don't sit all the time, but although I do, right? But yeah, so we're the two organizations hosting this event this year in collaborative partnership. So we did this last year, and we're super excited to be doing it again this year. So something I wanted to call out, I just called out some of the numbers, but we did have 39 jammers register last year on DevPost, similar to as a platform to register on. We had 5 projects submitted. So that's super good numbers for a first iteration. I am already excited to see that, to tell y'all, we already have 40 people registered on itch today. So 40 people is a great number, y'all. So really excited to all of y'all. So thank you. So we had 24 showcase guests, and we're looking to potentially double that number. And I'll get more into showcase in a little bit, but we're super excited to talk about what it is. So the real serious stuff, the rules. I have iterated over this over several years. I think I've been a part of like 20 plus hackathons at this point in my life. So taking it to a game jam is nothing different. Basic rule number 1, you can participate as solo or in teams up to 4. Basic rule number 2, any medium. A lot of game jams, like, Ansley, correct me if I'm wrong, like say like you have to build an engine or something like that, right?
Yeah, so wait, show of hands, show of hands. And who does not know what a game jam is? No shame. Okay.
Cool.
For the peeps in the room and also online, if you don't know what a game jam is where people get together to create a game in a certain amount of time. So a game jam is much like a hackathon, although to be fair, I don't understand what a hackathon is.
It's the same thing.
Making things, encouraging people to make things. You can't make the best thing if you don't start with your first thing, is kind of how the saying goes. I think Jake the dog said something like that.
I mean, basically, yeah, you laid out the basic rules, right? Like, at a hackathon, if you're familiar with that, game jams are essentially the same thing. You're just building a game. One of the things that are pretty common in game jams, and that's what number 2 hits on in the rules here, is that typically they require you to build like a digital video game, like you're building with Unity, Godot, any of that kind of stuff, right? I don't want to limit the San Antonio community to that because I know we have a vast growing community of just, tabletop gamers and video gamers and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm just saying this is open to anybody that wants to create a physical piece of media to make a game out of, right? So this game jam is open to any form, any type of video game that or a game you want to make. So
yeah, the answer to can I use this obscure game engine? The answer is yes, you can.
So Python's a good one too. You can build with JavaScript. I'm sorry.
Shout out RenPy. Shout out Unreal Engine, Game Maker. I'm gonna forget.
You can build games in Scratch now.
Roblox, if anyone wants to do it. I heard Roblox. I think someone made one time someone made a game in slideshow, and I was blown away because I was thought you can only make Jeopardy in that game, but they did it.
Yeah, some people program in PowerPoint nowadays, so but that's a different world. Another serious rule right here is the build window. So unlike a lot of hackathons or game jams, typically you only have a few days, a few hours, a week. We are giving the San Antonio community a month to build. The main reason behind that is because, a lot of people like me are full-time developers or workers in the world here, or just being an adult, right? I don't have time every day of the weekend or such. So I'm giving all this time back to y'all to continue to find a time to build for yourself, right? Whether or not you find a couple hours a week, an hour a week, a day in the whole month to build something, I want you, everyone, to build something and submit it, right? That's the biggest thing I want to be from an encourager here. Like, this is a time for you to learn to elevate your skills, sync with the community, learn new things, and just push yourself to build something, right? So that's what this month will be for. That's why I'm giving you so long to build. But that is a hard cutoff date. So July 30th at midnight, it cuts off. You have to have your project submitted by then. We'll have some stuff to talk through about how to do that later, but I just want to make sure that's clear. So rule number 4, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so rule number 4, AI guided is fine, but AI generated is not. So what that means is we understand that AI usage is really happening in the world, but when you take out the work of like artistry or even like the core aspects of the game, like if you just went to AI, I was like, use this theme and make a game for me. Here you go. It's like, did you learn something? Did you make something you really, really wanted to do? This isn't so much for us. It's like for y'all. We want to encourage y'all to bring your creative spark into it. And that's what the whole point of the event's about. So we don't want to just be like, but oop, here's my thing. So you want to...
And lining up in the rules there, and it'll tell you when you're submitting. You can use AI. So I'm not saying you can't. I mean, in this day and age now, everyone's using it to some capacity, right? Just be open with how you've used it, right? When the judges come by, when community members come by, when people come and ask questions, just tell them how you used it. Some people don't mind it, right? But some people have their own opinions about things, right? So just keep that in mind when you're building, because genuinity is a good thing to have too there. So, and even if you created with AI, like with your own assets and stuff. So I have a ton of conversations about this, but I just wanted to make sure I know it's going to get asked, that is our stance on it this year. So rule number 5, and the only one. So I want to give a round of applause to everyone that showed up here in person today. So thank you real quick. You did not have to, but thank you for coming. That's why I brought snacks. The only official date that you have to actually be in person with us is August 1st, that Saturday, for the showcase. We'll have more details on that coming soon. We'll talk about events and all that stuff here in a second. But I just want to make sure that's clear, that that's technically the only day you have to be in person with us if you want to be prize eligible for your project. Okay. So if you have questions about that, you can come out and talk to us. But that's pretty much it. So there's a few other rules, but they're kind of nuanced kind of things. Like make sure you submit all your project details and that kind of stuff. I didn't feel like we needed to go over that. So
yeah, and if you have any questions, you can join the ACM San Antonio Discord and ask them there.
Exactly. So let's find out what the awards are. So we're keeping it pretty thin this year. I wanted to keep it focused on, as many people build and create things. But each team member will have best overall, best theme, and crowd favorite. So crowd favorite, I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. Crowd favorite is a thing that we've introduced, across not only this event last year, but across other events happening in San Antonio, is where we open the event to the community to give input to y'all. So the community will have an opportunity to, whether or not you end up building a game or your friends and family come and want to check out your game, they have an opportunity to come and vote for you, for their favorite game, their favorite, activity at the event. So those are opportunities for that event there too. You want to talk about best theme?
Yeah. So best theme is what matches the secret theme that will be announced later the best. It's going to be revealed later, and it's something that has to do with the prompt in some capacity. I'm trying to think of a good example. I think one year we did bubble, for example. For example, bubble was the theme. And some people were like, you're the bubble, and it's like Katamari style. You're rolling around and getting things. Or I think there was a speech bubble one.
Yeah.
There was a speech bubble one. Any sort of different thing you want to do. Because even if it's best theme, but you're I wanted to make a rocket ship, and then I had to have a caveman. So then there's a caveman in the side. That, does it match the theme? You decide, or the judges will decide.
The judges will decide. So, but yeah, just making sure that's clear. That one's specifically for the theme. The final biggest one that we will have the largest prize pool for is the best overall. That'll be not only the inclusion, the completion, the presentation, all that kind of stuff. So like I did say, you have 30 days to build starting after this event tonight. You have a while to build. I encourage those who only have few hours, few days to build, to still compete, right? But it'll be, it's a competition, right? But I will make sure that there's stuff for everyone. I'll talk about prizes here in a minute. So, but those are our awards. Everything's on that we're mentioning today will be on the website as well. So the judging is something to think about. Do you want to start off with judging?
Yeah. So first criteria for judging is gameplay and fun. Does the game work? Can you press start and then play the game? That's pretty essential. Also, the fun factor. If it's fun for you, it should be fun for other people, I'm sure. Maybe get people to play test it, even if it's early on. Even if you're like, I don't want anyone to see it, just go for it. Because sometimes, as a developer, you're like, yes, everyone will know to walk through the red door instead of the green door. Sometimes people don't know that. So get other eyes on it. This encourages you to connect with others in the community and just kind of share what you're making. 2, creativity and originality. I have always used the example of like, you can make Flappy Bird. And it's like, yes, you could make Flappy Bird in this if you would like, but make sure you have a creative spin on it. We want to see you. We want to see what you think of when you think of the theme. So that's kind of like the first 2 criterias.
Yeah, and then the other 3 will be execution and polish. So, how many bugs are people experiencing? The ease of use. The red door, green door issue, right? Like, are they going to know which ones to use, right? And then we also have the theme integration. So this will be the biggest one you want to look at for the theme. That'll be the one that we're considering for those theme pieces there when you're building for that, right? So however you include it from the purpose. I'm sorry about the static. From the purpose of the theme to how the gameplay works with it to how the artifacts of your visual is of it. Gene is opening up something. Okay, I got it. It wasn't you. I'm just giving you a hard time. So, but that's the judging. So, and I know we're kind of rushing through this a little bit and kind of yammering on it, but if you have any questions about it, we'll have a question stuff at the end after the theme reveal. So, is it good? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. What?
Okay.
I don't know. What?
So let's talk about the prizes, the cool stuff that you'll get to win. So what we've done this year is pool the first 2 prizes and like solidified what the crowd favorite will get. So these numbers are not final. These are the base numbers. If we find more sponsors and more prizes and stuff to give to y'all, these will be the numbers across everything, right?
That means if there's a sponsor watching on the stream right now, that would be really cool. And then you could be featured on the screen for sponsorship.
We will show off all our sponsors. I'm really excited about some of them. If you haven't heard about them yet. So, but yeah, $200 pool value for best overall, $100 pool value for theme. What that means is if $200. But if there's 2 of you, you split it. There's 3 of y'all, I'll figure out how to do decimal work. But we'll go from there. So, and the only reason why crowd favorite is different is I wanted to make sure that y'all had something you walked away with from the crowd. I will have more stuff for you for crowd favorite, but this is just our base numbers from us as a nonprofit, right? So, we're a part of a company and want to sponsor the event, like Anthony just plugged, you come find us and we'll add more. So, I think I keep slapping. That's what. I also want to be on a serious note. If anybody's been an MLH fan, there is a point, a time where we're all a community member. We are all people in this event. We're all hanging out with each other and building things. If there's anything ever that happens that makes you uncomfortable, or someone reaches out to you and says things that they shouldn't be saying, or they're approaching you how to be approaching you, please reach out to myself or Anjali or my ACM San Antonio team. Our code of conduct is visible for everybody on our acmsa.org website at code-of-conduct. Please visit that if you're questioning anything or have questions about anything. I just like to say this note because it is very serious, right? Like, we're all here to have fun, all here to hang out, but if someone's there ruining something, I want to make sure that they're not a part of our scene, okay?
Be kind to each other. This is a fun event, and we're all here to make some cool things.
Exactly. So now let's talk about what's happening this month, right? There's a bunch of stuff. I'm saying, it's a month-long game jam. You're like, I'm going to see you on Kickoff, and then I'm going to see you at the showcase. Well, there's a bunch of stuff going on. So some major things that we're doing right now is you're at the Kickoff today. And then we're going to come, we'll talk about a little bit more. We'll have a play test night on the 17th. What does that mean? I'm going to leave y'all on a cliffhanger. We're going to talk about it in a second. And then we have July 30th, which is the day the submissions close. This is a very important date to remember. July 30th. I know it's the end of the month, so hopefully I know how to count months and stuff on my nose. But it is the last day you can submit. But that means that the Friday, August 1st is a showcase. That is like I said, the only event you have to attend in person to be prize eligible for the project, right? You can submit, and I know there was a question about somebody asking like, hey, my whole team might not be there. That's totally okay. Someone from your team must be there presenting at the showcase to be prize eligible.
I will jump in and say, you could submit before the submission deadline. You could submit before 11:59 p.m. for all the students who have done that. I've also done that as a teacher. Don't do it for this. I want to sleep.
Yes, please. There's a lot of organization work that we got to do. So, yeah, what's up? Yes, August 1st is a Saturday. I put it on Saturday, hopefully to make it a little easier.
It says Friday.
Oh, this is Friday. That's on me, dog. Oh, what? You need someone from your team to come present.
One person from your team has to be present for you guys to win the. I don't know if I could drive around all of San Antonio to get everybody's prizes, if I'm being honest.
I'm not dealing with the mail system, so I'm sorry. All right. So if you haven't seen it on the rotating board we had earlier, there's some important links for you. The Discord is where everything will be happening. ACM San Antonio Discord. As you're onboarding it, or if you don't already have it, make sure you pick up the participant role. If you can't get it or can't find it, reach out to me on ZechTac on Discord. That'll give you access to all the things. HIO is the place where we'll be submitting. Do you have any more information about that, Nancy?
Yeah, so HIO, if you guys are not familiar with it, it is a platform where you can upload games and find some cool games. I find a lot of indie games on there personally, but itch.io is where they also host game jams like ours. So you can join the itch.io game jam and submit your game there. It's like if you had like the package of it or like the executable file with all the files as well. That's kind of important. Users don't just send the start button. Send the folder with all the things that make the start button work. That's kind of like, I'm not a programmer. That's the only way I can explain it.
And the earlier you submitted, like you said, we can go in and validate submissions and double check things are playable ahead of time and stuff too. And if you have issues with that at any point, you're totally welcome to reach out to us. I will have closer to the end of the event how to submit virtual event for y'all to submit to HIO. So hopefully that'll help out some people that might be questioning event, easy to attend. Other thing I like to plug here is acmsanantonio.org's website. Please give Gene a round of applause. He built the website. I built the VelociCode website, but he built the foundation to what we use for our organization. We will be adding more stuff to that in this coming summer, so keep an eye out in there. But that'll be the place for everything you need to know about VelociCode. If you're confused about what's upcoming for events, if you're confused about what the rules are, if you're confused about where you have to submit things, that is. Also, I have taken my little programmer brain and put all of our slides into our website. So I will be able to send the links and everything out to y'all if you're going to get curious about what things are. The reveal and all that stuff's there. So if you're good at crawling, you probably find it in like 4 minutes. So, but that's up to you. Okay, playtest night. I'm going to talk about playtest night. She's talk about showcase night. So what is playtest night? This is something I just kind of came up with out of my head. I thought it was really cool. Since we're having a month-long event, I figured check-in, right? But how do we make it fun? Right? Like everyone's kind of like in the middle of building, maybe not had a ton of time building, and somebody has like sketches and they're just like playing like a slideshow on their notepad. I don't know what you're doing, right? But you could be doing a bunch of different things. I want to invite all those who are currently building their game to that event to come win some superlatives. We're inviting the community, we're inviting the developers to check out video games that are board games that are in progress, right? And we'll be having a fun dino night. We'll have a dino competition. I'm putting because like somebody was like, come dress as a dino, and I'm like, honestly, dude, like do whatever. You can come dress as a dino, show us your best dino drawing. I don't know, and kind of come up with it, right? But we'll have DJ there. I want to thank, I don't know where he's at. Where's Sly? Sly, you ever here? Sly, yes, we'll be hosting that at Alamo Tech Collective in Pedro. So please come check us out, hang out with us at the Hackspace over there with Brandon and Sly. Super excited to host it there.
This is not the picture. It's from last year.
Yeah, that's just plug-in last year.
Okay, so the showcase is where you showcase your game, as the title says. It's science fair style, and what that means is we need you to present your game, and we'll provide tables and chairs and electricity as well for you guys to be able to showcase your game. And basically everyone who attends will be able to walk around the room, check out people's games, play them, or you can play them for them, whatever you would like. And tell people how you made it. Tell people why you made it. Tell people your inspiration. It's kind of like the playtest night, but also it's more for like, oh, it's a judge. This is my technical side of it. Like exactly. Maybe don't scroll through the code, but just tell them like, oh, I wrote it like this, and this is my technical way of doing it. Let's see. Are there any other things I missed with the showcase? I think that's about most.
I mean, like the line says, that's where the prizes will be handed out. So if you want a prize, you need to be there.
Bring friends, bring family, get the crowd favorite somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, community open, open to the community, open into y'all as developers, I will be sending out a bunch of information ahead of time about how you will submit ahead of time so we know to account for you for tables and electricity, like you said, won't be like spinning a wheel there for you.
Oh yeah, RSVPs are pretty important for this day.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't RSVP for today, that's okay. But probably the showcase. Maybe hit the RSVP button. Maybe let me know how many pizza boxes I need to buy before one of us does a run midway to Costco. Like we've never done that before.
Exactly. And I'll be those who submit projects to each. I will be using those emails and those contacts to send y'all RSVP forms. I'll be like harassing y'all with those, so just keep an eye out for those. More information will come out about that, but we just want to make sure you understand what the showcase was, right? So, with all that being said, I did some basic math the other day, and we are excited to be hosting 10 more events this month. So 10 events is pretty crazy. We're pretty excited. That ranges from the Greater Gaming Society to Alamo Tech Collective to our Unreal Engine of San Antonio groups to several other things that are going on. So we're super excited from our partners, our partner organizations, our partner tech organizations, and all that happening. So this is some of them. So we have Powering Up is our next thing. It will be virtual. We have a tournament.
Yes. So Saturday on the 11th is San Antonio Mayhem. It's not exactly in theme of like making a game, but I thought it would be fun if we could just play video games because that's what the Greater Gaming Society started as, like gaming and game dev at the same time. So if you want to showcase your game or get ideas, even like I find brainstorming or even having a chill day where I'm not working on the game helps my creative spirit continue on. Like sometimes you just gotta like touch grass or play Smash Bros. In this case, we're playing Smash Bros. So Yoshi only tournament for Smash Bros. I hope if there's any other dinosaur things, I don't know what Ridley is. I think Ridley is kind of a dinosaur. Someone correct me.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I thought of Yoshi first.
Yoshi for sure.
Okay, Yoshi, Ridley, and then we will add others as we discuss them. But yeah, so San Antonio Mayhem. It's Mayhem.
Cool. And then some other ones we'll kind of gloss over them pretty quick, but it's a GTS social hour. And then we have dynamic and procedural audio and Godot with one of our speakers in the room, Werner. We'll have playtest night, Unreal Engine event with our Unreal Engine team. And then we also have co-work and coffee with James, another previous speaker with us. It's more of like what you mentioned, but not the video game part. I'm just hanging out, like if you're looking to brainstorm near the end of the event kind of thing. And then I'll have the virtual event for how to submit, and then submissions due. So plenty of events. This whole calendar is available to you at VelociCode's website. So just make sure to there. So doesn't stop tonight. If you don't have the calendar link, that's the calendar link right now. Like I said, it's at acmsa.org/VelociCode. So if you lose it, that's where it's at. Like I said, I'll be publishing these slides at the end of this event too, so you'll have all that there. So I know it's a lot of rules. I'm sorry. We're talking about a bunch of stuff, but we're almost there. I want to give one big thank you to all of our sponsors. Who likes Roadhouse? Okay, who likes eating there? I like eating there. You might not, right? But I love them. I go to them probably too often. I know Tasha and I like to enjoy Texas Roadhouse every now and then. I went to them. I was like, "Hey, would you sponsor the event?" They were like, "Well, we can't give you cash, but we'll give you discounts and like gift cards." So we got gift cards for our winners. We got a nut basket. That's what they called it. We got little mascots in it, and we'll have like a cool little dinner voucher in there. So
there are no peanuts in the nut basket. For anyone with allergy issues or other questions, please leave them at the door. But there's no peanuts.
Exactly. But yeah, we also got the museum sending us some cool gift cards, our general admission. And then if anybody's heard of Boot.dev, I'd be having to ask for more most likely, but everyone that submits something this VelociCode will get a 1-month free subscription to their online programming platform. So winners will be getting a little bit longer one, but we'll sort that out later. So super cool by all the things are given away. But for a live giveaway real quick. So if people didn't know, we had an Instagram post not too long ago on ACM San Antonio's website. So if you haven't commented yet, you might be running out of time. So I'm going to go copy this link really quickly and open it up and post it in here. And we'll get to pick out what this is. What are they winning? They're going to win another asset bundle for a bunch of things inside of just for video game development and that kind of stuff. So if you're building a board game, I'm sorry. This is just I got some free keys, and I want to say thank you to our Unreal Engine crew. They gave us all these keys to be given away, mainly because the last one was going to expire on July 1st. So thank you. Also, congratulations to Doug for winning that. But other things there too, right? So, all right, who wants to know the winner? I know there's only 5 of them, but like, who wants to know it?
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. Let's go down. Riley, right? Oh,
Riley, woo!
Cool.
Yeah.
So there's some asset keys. I'll get with you and give them to you later. So cool. Thank you for that. Let me go the right way. Oh, I gotta close this. Gene, I don't know a password.
Somewhere in there.
Okay, there we go. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just giving you a hard time. All right. So we're at it. You can guess, but I'm not going to tell you.
Oh yeah, we'll give you guys like a few seconds to guess. What's your guess? What's your guess? You guys are observant. Anyone else have a guess? Anyone else have a guess? Pirate.
Okay. All right.
All right. Everyone has to like yell "dig" for us to dig it out of there. Ready?
Right. Fossil. That was right. So, super excited.
You guys dug it up.
Yeah, dug it up. Fossilized it. There was no prize for that.
The prize is your creativity in this event.
So this is the theme. If anybody's curious, we were talking about it. A was our last one. So you can build it however you want. You want to build it into your theme. You want to build it as a character. You want to build it as a story route. You want to build it as the experience. Build it however you want, but it must include the fossil as like the core theme of it, right? I say core theme. Let me repeat it. It doesn't have to be the core. And just
you know, have it as a part of the theme. Don't do that thing where it's like the egg was on the table and then you're like in a spaceship shooter. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing the fossil was in a picture in a man's room and then it's like a psychological horror thing. All right, the fossil has to be a component. It's not the back rooms. Find the fossil. Wait, that would be kind of cool. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Take that back.
Cool. So that's our theme. Excited to be and excited to have kept the secret. I think Ansley only found out about it like 20 hours ago. So I kept it a good enough secret. So I was really excited about that one.
Within 10 minutes of being here and setting up, I said it. And then I was like, no one can ever tell me the gender of their baby.
Yeah. Don't tell her secrets. Tell them to me. Okay. All right. So I want to open the floor to questions. Does anybody have questions about what a game jam is, how we're doing things, what the theme is, the rules, anything else? Good open forum. Yeah.
What if it actually is made of tape?
If your game is made of tape, then you are in the tabletop category, and that's totally cool.
Exactly. Any other questions? Hopefully I answered. That means I did a good job answering everything. Nice. So, but I just want to extend to make sure everybody knows that if you're in the Discord or if you don't have Discord and you like to email me for some reason, you're welcome to email me questions or message me on Discord. Okay. That venue is going to be open to y'all this whole month, even after. So feel free to drop in there, ask questions, concerns about things, how do you do things, that kind of stuff.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there anything else happening after the kickoff? Are we all leaving respectfully after this?
So, no. Excited to build, but we did get invited to the Geeks and event over the across the street at Pinkerton's. So the party doesn't have to end here. You can go socialize with other Geeks and individuals here in San Antonio, nerds, developers, entrepreneurs, that kind of stuff. They're over there hanging out in Pinkerton. Everyone's invited. It's a family-friendly place, so everyone, even under 18 and 21, are invited. So come over, check it out. The barbecue line's long, so you might have missed that, but feel free to snag around and like hang out and talk with people. So, but that's been the introduction of VelociCode. If you got questions, I have answers, hopefully. Excited to have everybody here. What's up? Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you everybody for coming. We have snacks in the back. Excited to get started. That's it.
Great job.
Fossil.